Alright, I've got a 2008 Honda Ridgeline that the alternator's bad in it. I looked online on YouTube on how to change it out. I mean, I kind of know how to do it, but you know, you like to look on YouTube for any small knick-knack things just so you don't break something, mess something, you know, hit something, you know, whatever. So anyway, let me show you what I got. Alright, so there's the alternator here. We got a bracket here that's going to end up coming off. The video that I watched, the guy, he pulled this bracket off and he pulls this power steering reservoir out of there. There's a bolt here and there's another one just below it. There's a boot right here. There's your two bolts right there. What it felt like when I was driving it was like I didn't have any power, almost like the transmission, something's wrong with the transmission. I went to Walmart, got out, it started fine. When I left the house, got to Walmart, just wouldn't start. I had to have somebody give me a jump. And as a matter of fact, it's funny, it just happened to my wife's 2008 Acura MDX. We just had it, you know, replaced on hers too. I wasn't about to do it because hers is at the very bottom. It costs us about $500 to have that 8 Acura done. Mine is, I think, AutoZone, $184 for a remanufacture, and it comes with a lifetime warranty. So I'm gonna pull this one out, take it over there, and we'll swap them out. These two bolts right here, 10 millimeter. Bolt right here is also 10 millimeter. Something else I didn't do that I probably should have before I even started this was take off the positive here. 10 millimeter also on mine, but I just loosened it up a little bit. Give it a little big one, she comes right off. Alright, so in order for me to get to that tensioner, I need to move this power steering. So I'm just going to put a little pressure right there on this little clip, give it a little twist and pull up, and pulls right up out of there. I'm going to pull this bolt out so I can slide this whole hose right here, this whole air conditioner line. I'm going to slide that out of the way a little bit. This bolt here is also 10 millimeter. Slide that out of the way a little bit. Alright, so I loosened this pulley down here, and then this is the auto tensioner, and you just pry against it as hard as you can and then slide the belt off from here, and it just comes loose and just pops right off. And I took off the bolt here and here. There's two bolts there and there. Took those off. And now I'm trying to get the one that's down here, right there. And then I had to take this one off. That was a 12. And then there was this plug right here. Went in there. Alright, the closer that I looked at this bolt right here, it's not even part of the alternator, so I put it back in. Just the bolt out underneath of it. And you need either a short extension or a deep dish socket to get in there and break that joker loose. Alright, I was able to get this bolt out, but I had to use a breaker bar. Alright, so I was able to get the alternator out, and you know, it just wedges in here. It just wedges in there. So no, this does not come out. You just rock it back and forth, you know, until it popped out and came loose. I kind of realized that didn't come out when I tried to put the bolt back in and line it back up. So we got her out. I'm going to take her over to AutoZone. I think it's a $60 core charge, and they'll just replace it with a remanufactured one. It comes with a lifetime warranty. They said if it ever fails, you just put your number in the system, come back with it, and pull that joker out, replace it for you for free. Seems like a deal to me. While I got it out, I'm also going to replace the belt. Looking at it, it's just old. I mean, I got 120,000 miles on the truck. Oddly enough, my wife's Acura, also a 2008. We just had to have the alternator replaced on hers. I think she's at 110,000, so if you get to the 110,000 range, 2008, I don't know, 10-year-old vehicle, you might as well plan on replacing the alternator on a Honda. Let's go to the store and get a new one.
For over 30 years, AutoZone has had the parts you can count on to keep it going. Get in the zone! AutoZone.
Alright, we're back and we got our remanufactured alternator. We got to put our bracket back on that I took off. Put it back in. AutoZone $184.99, $40 core. And I bought that and a new belt. Came out to like $230. Alright, when putting this alternator back in, this bracket right here has to be loose so it will move in order for you to be able to line up this bolt right here, the top bolt, and then you can tighten it all back up together. I can tell you that it was a pain in the butt. Yeah, you got that kid to get that belt on and in the right direction. And I'll try to draw a diagram.